What is going on, guys? Drew Yugioh, and we are here with some new BATTLIN BOXER support. BATTLIN BOXER are an archetype from the XC's era. I believe a character from Zexal used the cards, and I do remember one of the BATTLIN BOXER cards was one of the first that I ever got from my local game shop. They weren't necessarily very good. They had a few interesting cards, and one like super powerful counter trap card. Which will come up later in the video. But this was, as you can see, 14 hours ago, and they uploaded some new support. I'm not sure if it's coming to the TCG, but right now it is in the OCG version of the text. So we're just going to sit here and talk about them real quick. I don't know if they've been imported into Edo Pro yet or Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. Usually they come to Edo Pro first before Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. But let's just talk about them real quick, and we will discuss at the very end. So, first card we got here is BATTLIN BOXER Uppercut, or Uppercutter. It is a level 4 fire warrior monster. I believe they're all fire warrior monsters. So its effect is you can only use each effect of, I assume, BATTLIN BOXER Uppercutter once per turn. The first effect is if this card is normal or a special summon, you can add a BATTLIN BOXER monster, except for itself, or one counter trap from your deck to your hand. Now this may seem redundant, but they already have one counter trap card just already in the archetype. But we will see later they are getting another counter trap card. So this effect is super good. And it does it off the normal or special summon, which is also really awesome. So, the second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon a BATTLIN BOXER monster from your graveyard or set one counter trap from your graveyard. So, I don't know if they will edit this when it comes to the TCG, but if I'm reading this correctly, and I think I am, you can special summon itself. Now, again, you can only use this first one once per turn, but you can target itself to bring it back, or you can target another BATTLIN BOXER in your graveyard. And it doesn't necessarily say that it can't be an Xyz monster, and we will get into that later. But the next card we have here is BATTLIN BOXER Chief Second. So this is like a little referee. It's another level 4 fire warrior. Its effect is you can only use each effect once per turn. When your opponent's monster declares an attack while you control a warrior or fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate the attack, then banish one monster on the field into the end phase. Its second effect reads, during your main phase, you can normal summon one BATTLIN BOXER monster in addition to your normal summon or set. So this card, I feel like, is the glue for this entire archetype, because I used to play BATTLIN BOXERs just online. I never really had an in-person deck for them, and I played them a little bit in Duel Links as well. I would always find myself in situations where, like, if I had another normal summon, I would be able to do my plays, and this allows you to get your extra normal summon off, and its special summon effect is niche, but if you can get it off, then you get one banish until the end phase, which is really nice. So that is BATTLIN BOXER Chief Second. So this one is the one that a lot of people are super excited about, is BATTLIN BOXER Promoter. So it's like the guy that comes out and he's like, oh, are you ready to rumble, right? So another level 4 fire warrior. It's got 3 effects that you can only use once per turn. The first one is if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's okay, right? Like, I know going second in Yu-Gi-Oh! These days is like, you might as well just forfeit at that point. But it does, I assume it'll come up a lot. But its second effect is you can tribute this card and special summon up to 2 BATTLIN BOXER monsters with different names from your deck, except itself. And that's the one that everybody's super excited about, is that you can get a special summon off, and you can even normal summon it, and you contribute it to get 2 BATTLIN BOXERs from your deck. And if you remember, when this one is special summoned, you can add a BATTLIN BOXER to your hand. And so I imagine the Konami endorsed play is you tribute the promoter, special summon the Uppercutter, add the Chief Second. Right? So that's really, really awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that. Its third effect is you can banish it from the graveyard and increase or decrease the level of all BATTLIN BOXER monsters you control by 1. So that will come up for the first Xyz monster that they're bestowing upon us. It is number C79, BATTLIN BOXER Commander Kaiser. I imagine this is like the upgraded or the rank up version of the BATTLIN BOXER Nova Kaiser, which was a really, really fun card. This requires 3 level 5 monsters, but BATTLIN BOXER already runs the rank up spells, so that's how I imagine you'll be going into it most of the time. But remember, with Promoter, you can increase their levels to 5 if you have a lot of level 4s out on the field, so you can special summon it the normal way. But its first effect is it gains 200 attack for each of its Xyz materials, just like the original Nova Kaiser. Its second effect is once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, that's important, you can detach 2 materials from this card and negate that summon, and if you do, destroy it. So if your opponent, I know that Soul Charge isn't in the game anymore, and it probably never will be, but if an effect like that were to go off, you can negate all of those summons, right? So its third effect is if this card has number 79 BATTLIN BOXER Nova Kaiser, remember him, as material it gains this following effect once per turn. When an attack is declared involving your BATTLIN BOXER monster and your opponent's monster, you can send 1 BATTLIN BOXER monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, attach the opponent's monster to this card as material. That's really, really crazy. It is a battle phase effect, and as we all know, the current Yu-Gi-Oh meta is not involving with the battle phase normally. The battle phase is merely a means to an end, and everything happens in the main phases. But this effect is incredibly strong because you can just Foolish Burial any BATTLIN BOXER from your deck, and a few of these actually have a graveyard effect, especially Promoter and Uppercutter, because it says if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect. It doesn't specify that it needs to be on the field first, right? So if it's sent to the graveyard by the C79, you can get a special summon off, or you can set a counter trap from your graveyard. So that's really, really strong. Again, it isn't as strong as it could be because it does have to be during the battle phase. But, you know, it is what it is. We take what we can get. Next up, we got BATTLIN BOXER King Den Pusher. I imagine the name will be changed when it's localized, but I do really like the name already. It requires, it's a rank 4, by the way. Requires 2 level 4 monsters, and you can only use each effect once per turn. First one is, if this card is special summoned, you can take 1 level 4 or lower fire warrior monster or 1 BATTLIN BOXER spell or trap from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Again, another way to put your Uppercutter into the graveyard. So that's really awesome. Again, it's another Foolish Burial effect. So, hey, what's not to love, right? Its second effect is during either turn on a quick effect, you can detach 1 Xyz material from your field, not necessarily on this one, and if you do, for the rest of your turn, your BATTLIN BOXERs cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Again, it's not as powerful as I feel like it should be, right? I wasn't sitting here expecting BATTLIN BOXERs to become a meta or a rogue deck, but I wish that it was cannot be targeted and cannot be destroyed by card effects. You know, that's just, look, even if you get this effect off, your whole board dies to a dark hole, right? But again, I'm not complaining because I do love BATTLIN BOXERs, and we are getting more BATTLIN BOXER support. So we take what we can get, remember? And I believe this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. It's the new counter trap card. It's BATTLIN BOXER Cross Counter. Its effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can destroy 1 BATTLIN BOXER or number Xyz monster you control. And if you do, negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. Then you can special summon a BATTLIN BOXER Xyz monster from your extra deck with a different name than your destroyed monster, and if you do, attach this card to it as material. So, again, it's just a negate that you can get for free. You can search it with a majority of your cards. You can negate, and you can even bring out a Xyz monster or a BATTLIN BOXER Xyz monster from your extra deck. without having to jump through a whole bunch of hoops, because there is one BATTLIN BOXER rank 5 that is pretty difficult to bring out, and with cross counter it becomes a whole lot easier. I forget the name of that card, but if you know, drop it down in the comments. And yeah, this does go very well with the current counter trap card that I believe it's just called BATTLIN BOXER Counter, but I could be wrong. Again, correct me in the comments. But yeah, so that's like pretty much all of the cards. I mean, not pretty much, it is all of the cards. It doesn't continue. So I'm super excited. Again, like I said, they're not as strong as I feel like they should be, because, you know, I do have a soft spot for BATTLIN BOXERs. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is this crazy? Is this good? Are there any potential combos that you can see come up with this? Did I miss something? Yeah, just let me know in the comments. Do you think this is too powerful? I think it is perfectly good, because like I said, I never thought BATTLIN BOXERs would ever become a meta or rogue archetype, but I'm super glad that they're getting love from Konami. Recently, a whole bunch of archetypes that have gone unloved have been getting new support from Konami, and I'm really, really excited about it. So, again, let me know in the comments what you guys thought, and this is Drew Yugioh. Until next time.